Welcome to PACE Moments. Here, our experts and guests discuss many aspects of corporate finance and analytical models that will help make better, more informed business decisions possible in your organization.
Hello, my name is Larry White. I'm a director of the Profitability Analytics Center of Excellence. I'm also the executive director of the Resource Consumption Accounting Institute and a former chair of the Institute of Management Accountants. Today, I would like to give you a point of view on resources, activities, and improving profitability. When it comes to improving profitability, the management and optimization of resources and processes, and by processes I mean work or activities, is probably only secondary to the design of an organizational strategy. However, managerial costing methods often provide a confusing array of choices, and that creates a great deal of confusion. I'm going to try to simplify the situation to make it more understandable and coherent. Please keep in mind that I am not just talking about product or service costing or product or service profitability, but about the entire organization, all of which uses resources, engages in processes, and impacts profitability. Let's discuss resources first. Anything or anyone a company hires, buys, leases, and so on is a resource. Resources are the source of nearly all costs. Of course, they also generate all the revenue. There are fundamentally two ways to manage resources. First is pay less for them, which includes eliminating them. And second, make them more productive. In other words, produce more output or more revenue with the same resources. I think of resources in terms of the CAMI capacity model, which uses theoretical capacity. This means that resources you own are available to you 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And the resources you lease or hire are available for the full period of the agreement. Resources are used for three fundamental activities. The first is productive. Now, what's productive mean? That means the resource is doing the activity you hired or acquired it to do. The second is non-productive. That's doing a necessary and essential activity such as maintenance, repair, training, vacation, sick leave, etc., but not specifically what you acquired or hired the resource to do. And the third fundamental activity is idle or excess time. This is when a resource has no productive work to do. Idle time is often disguised as non-productive work and hidden from management for fear of losing resources or inviting negative scrutiny. But isn't an employee, a supervisor, or a manager's job to become more efficient and create idle capacity? It's really a leading indicator of process improvement and should generally be celebrated and rewarded, of course, provided all the work assigned is done. Well, next let's look at activities or work. These are what resources do. This kind of leads to a chicken and egg question. Which comes first, the resources or the activities? Clearly, resources are acquired in anticipation of work and activity. However, once a business or operation is ongoing, only the reduction or avoiding the acquisition of more resources saves money, or changes in the quantity, type, and quality of work can lead to the reduction of resources also. Improving profitability absolutely requires you understand how the resources throughout your business contribute to the creation of value and profit. In profitability analytics, we refer to this as the operational model, and it answers the question about how resource quantities flow throughout the organization. Resources and the uses of their capacity must be modeled. And normally some level of work or activity needs to be modeled. This may range from a basic productive, non-productive, idle/excess, or to a detailed process analysis that is often useful when you are focusing on process improvement and optimization of a business process or particular area of the business. Typically, the most positive approach to management and profitability is to focus on making existing resources more productive. Questions like, how can sales and marketing personnel and their supporting systems and contracted support bring in more sales with the same resources? How can the existing production and support resources, people, equipment, buildings, etc., create more output, that is, services or products? Profitability management should be about growing productivity, first with existing resources and then with new resources. Productive time should be maximized by minimizing non-productive time, but also by expanding the capabilities of the resource, process improvement, increasing knowledge, better systems, etc. You may be thinking that all of these require more resources and investment in terms of resource time and money. And you're right, but process improvement and development is by definition productive time. Excess and idle time should never be subject to negative consequences unless, of course, the resource has work that is simply not being done. As a leading indicator of improvement, the creation of idle time should generally be rewarded and then reinvested to grow the organization's profit potential. I hope this short explanation helps explain the respective roles of resources and activities in improving profitability. Thank you for listening to this point of view.